I did not know that he was coming, and
This
I mean,
is breaking.
this is amazing.
This is breaking through the wall of what we know. This is first-hand source.
yeah, we talked to people who have been possessed. We've talked to people that have had blackouts in time, but we've never spoken to someone who's actually, you know, like absolutely no disrespect to who he is as a human, but without any doubt, he did murder someone.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're gonna talk to him, and everyone that says he's just amazing things to say about it. As far as I know, he was sentenced for 20 years and got off after 5 years for just being like a model prisoner, model inmate. So this is not planned, and we're still gonna make sure we can do an investigation and still like walk around, and there's so much more to see.
Yeah.
But this is absolutely, yeah, so let's just go inside and
everybody around him believes that the devil made him do it. Everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, after going in there, how could you not believe that?
It-
This
yeah.
might be one of the biggest nights of our entire life.
it already is. I'm just gonna say
This
right now,
is.
it already is.
This is
Holy
literally
cow.
once in a lifetime, bro.
And the fact that we're gonna be the only people to investigate here besides
Ever.
people have come here, yes, to visit, but to actually come here and
Investigate. The only besides them, bro.
I got this door. How's it going?
Hey guys.
How are you?
Good, good. Grab a stool.
Grab a stool? Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The kitty box.
Here, can you these guys sit here?
Are we sitting here? Yeah. Here.
You're running the show, huh?
Nice to meet you.
We're about to meet Arnie Johnson from the infamous case otherwise known as The Devil Made Me Do It, which made international headlines as it was the first time in American history where the plea of not guilty by way of demonic possession was used in court. The importance of Ed and Lorraine Warren to this case is tremendous. Arnie was dating Debbie Glatzel, and her family was concurrently dealing with the demonic possession happening in their own home. Debbie's 12-year-old brother David was believed to be possessed by a demon, and they desperately sought help. Ed and Lorraine Warren, as well as 3 other priests, attempted to perform exorcisms on the boy, during which a fatal mistake was made. With photos of Arnie Johnson during the exorcism, he is seen kneeling over David with a crucifix and helping hold him down. Attempt after attempt was made to free the young boy, but in a final attempt of desperation to remove the demon, Arnie offered for this demonic entity to leave David and to enter him instead. Seemingly, it worked. A few months later, in a quiet, ordinary town of Brookfield, Connecticut, where everything was rather pleasant, quaint, and friendly, until that changed overnight on February 16, 1981. An argument was stirred up between Alan Bono and Arnie Johnson, with Debbie Glatzel attempting to stand between the two. According to police reports, Arnie started growling like an animal, and then drew a 5-inch pocket knife, stabbing Alan repeatedly. Alan died several hours later. He had suffered 4 or 5 tremendous wounds, mainly to his chest, with one that stretched from his stomach to the base of his heart. Johnson was later found 2 miles from the site of the killing and then held on bail. He expressed having no memory of what he had just done. This was the first unlawful killing in the history of the town, and Arnie was tried for first-degree murder, pleading insanity, stating, "The devil made me do it." November 24th, 1981 marked the beginning of the court case for murder. Due to the involvement of not only the Warrens, but also the clergy of the Catholic Church, it captured international attention, making headlines as the courts brought the devil and God into the fold. The Warrens backed his testimony, as the courtroom was filled with controversy over speculation surrounding the case. The plea that a demon possessed Arnie was tossed aside, as it was deemed unprovable and unable to be held true in a court of law. He was sentenced to 10 to 20 years in prison, but released after only 5 years for good behavior. And tonight we will have the opportunity to not only meet Arnie, but to sit down and have a conversation with him about the night the devil made him do it.
Pleasure.
Corey. Hey, Corey.
Nice
How
to
you
meet
doing,
you.
man? Corbin. What was it?
Corbin.
Oh,
Yeah,
Corbin.
if you don't know it, that's fine, man. It's all good.
Oh, good.
Evan,
Hey, Evan.
nice to meet you.
Jonathan, nice to meet
Hey,
you.
John. Nice to meet you.
Why I asked you to come inside and meet Arnie Johnson when I said, you know, when you're doing your investigation, do not challenge the demonic. So, Arnie here, as you know, is from The Devil Made Me Do It case, you know, the Brookfield murder case. Arnie challenged the demonic, the devil, the beast. Arnie was trying to protect his family. He challenged the devil. Said, come into me. fight me, leave David alone. And I'll have Arnie explain, you know, what the consequences were.
Well, when I challenged him, you know, there's a lot of moving objects. Was thrown out of the door. All kinds of things used to happen. Ways of it trying to take my life because I was a threat at that time for David and trying to protect him. There's been other incidences where I don't recall, but came under a demonic possession, which I was told by other people. Never challenge it, because you bring something onto you that doesn't come right away. It just comes in very slowly, and it's very damaging. There's nothing good about it.
Arnie's going to tell the whole side of the story, a story that's never been told before. So when we at the Paracon, Arnie's going to be one of the speakers, and he'll go more into detail about, you know, what he went through. So yeah, guys, come purchase your tickets to Warren Seekers of Supernatural. Go to warrens.net and purchase your tickets. Come visit Arnie, and we have multiple, you know, speakers coming as well. Good speakers.
Yeah, and we really appreciate this. This is truly incredible experience to have.
Yeah, Arnie doesn't talk to just anybody.
Yeah.
And you know, he's kind of a quiet, shy guy, actually. Yeah, that's what Ed used to say about him. He said Arnie's a good kid. He's a hard-working kid, and he was trying to do the right thing. Ed said he was trying to protect his girlfriend's brother, and he's trying to protect everybody because he felt like the man of the house, and that was his only mistake because he didn't know any better. If he knew better, of course, he wouldn't do it, but he didn't know what he was up against, so it had dire consequences after that.
We love Arnie. I mean, good guy.
I love these guys too.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
I mean, I'll be honest, if I was probably in your situation and I feel like I could do something to protect the people I care about, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, this way you know never to do it.
No, exactly. But
because nothing good comes of it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the end results, you know, there is a victim involved, and it was all bad.
Yeah.
And if I didn't do that, the same results would have came in, but maybe it would have been a little better than where it led.
Yeah.
But at that time, when you see something going on like this, you just try to protect.
Yeah.
You know, the first instinct is anger and frustration because you're fighting something you can't see, and the strength and the power is unbelievable. Knocked me out across the kitchen, out the door.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It was coming slowly to him.
Yeah, I was doing tree work, and this was predicted by David. He said they're going to kill you tomorrow. So I was in the tree, 80 feet up, pruning it. So you have a lifeline, so you have a knot. The knot came untied, just right in front of me, just untied, and I dropped, bouncing off of branches, but luckily my ankle got stuck in the crotch.
Oh my God.
So I was a little bruised up and everything, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Well, when David was under oppression, he was telling us what the beast had said, and he said, we're going to kill him at work tomorrow.
Wow.
I think God protected him at that time, saved him.
Definitely.
That's what I was.
And what's the odds of getting caught in the crotch, your ankle caught in the crotch, and stopping from certain death?
Exactly.
It wasn't meant. God didn't want him to go then.
There you go. It's like when you challenge the demonic. It'll come to you. You don't know when it's coming. It's going to catch you at your weakest point.
Yeah. Like, were you just trying to like fight it off? Like you mentally think like I can fight this off and I can push it away, or
when you come under a demonic attack, you don't know what's happening. It's just like you're there, and then all of a sudden you're not there.
Yeah.
And you lose the whole span of time. Yeah.
It takes over your body. It takes over your vessel.
It's like you're pushed out.
Like he knew nothing about what happened,
Right.
about the incident itself.
Yeah.
I mean, murder happened.
Yeah.
Arnie didn't even know anything. He woke up in jail.
All I know is we were leaving. We were walking down the stairs, and the next thing I know, you lose that span of time. And then when I came to or came back, I was totally dead exhausted, could barely move. And I was in jail being charged with murder. I said, you're kidding me. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
There was no way. Yeah.
So it's just a blackout.
Yeah.
What that must feel like, you know, just all of a sudden, you know, nothing, not knowing anything, and then you're being charged with murder.
It was
Worst
terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you come out, you can barely stand or anything when you come back. You're just totally drained.
When you finally came to, did you feel as though you were yourself and like the demonic possession was over, or was there something that had to happen after to kind of?
Well, I wasn't myself. I was totally exhausted, like I said. But I was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was times where he was in a cell, and other prisoners were saying, you know, this what's happening to you, and you had no recollection. You know, you didn't even know that it was happening to you.
Yeah, I had a couple of other prisoners say I was floating around the cell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, stop asking questions so that way you can share the full story. Because you know, I'll just keep asking.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
That's why I want you guys to meet Arnie. This way he could explain that to you. I mean,
Yeah.
Who better to explain it?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about you from everyone that knows you. So.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you guys be careful what you're doing.
Of course.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
and try to capture some good evidence. You know.
Yeah.
But be respectful because you're dealing with a demonic.
Yeah.
You know, some of those items in that museum, you know, they're bad.
Always protect yourself.
Hey, can I add something?
Yeah.
If you guys are inside and you don't feel comfortable, don't hesitate to step back and get away from it.
Okay.
And we're close by, so if something does happen, you hit something, knock something over, let us know, and
We all got holy water, so.
Appreciate it.
I'll keep it in small groups, so, and you know,
Yeah.
maybe 2 at a time. Get too many people in a small location like that, things will tend to pull away from you because there's just too many bodies in there.
Eric, you said you had investigated down there once before, right?
Well, we all did actually.
Okay, that was
About a year ago, Tony.
yeah, about a year.
And it was around 3 a.m. doing a spirit box session, and I was at the tail end of the passageway, and a voice came out of the spirit box. It said Annabelle, clear as day. And I always run my boxes backwards. So what are the odds of that happening in the occult museum where Annabelle is at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And it said Annabelle.
No matter what equipment you're going to use, if it wants to communicate with you, it's going to
It will.
communicate with you. You know, if you hear the voice, sometimes it doesn't even doesn't pick up on the recorder. It was just meant for you to hear it.
Yeah, I'm glad, to be honest, you didn't ask us to come here 4 years ago, because I don't think we would have been prepared. Now we've been, you know, in 6 different countries, and yeah.
Right, it's good timing, you know, and you guys were able to grow as well. So,
truly.
This is just putting the icing on the cake.
Yeah, and this is literally at the tail end of like 13 nights of some of the more surreal moments we've ever had doing this.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I don't know, just perfectly lined up.
It really
Just got to keep raising that bar.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah, I don't know what is going to be after this, man.
Seriously, there's nothing better.
Yeah, I don't know. Do I retire? Is this it? Is this seriously?
Hopefully, you know, we're able to teach you a different way of investigating how to approach things.
Yeah.
So you can also take that knowledge and continue what you're doing and just add that to it.
Any of you want to join us? I'm 100%.
We'll do something together.
I would love that. I would love maybe we could start with one of you there, so that way we really.
Definitely.
Eric will go with you.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do that, honestly, to be sure and be safe and understand it and to learn.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we'll work something out.
Yeah, before you just leave us in there alone at 3 in the morning.
You always bless yourself before you go inside. We'll bless you guys. We'll give you some holy water. Bless yourself, and before you leave, bless yourself again.
Okay.
All right. And this way, there's no attachments that you're going to bring with you.
Okay.
But you're asking questions through the name of Jesus Christ. You know, just remember that you got to protect yourself. So do your normal investigation, but just remember that these items are not like any other items that you confronted before. So just be careful. Go home without any attachments. The demonic is very knowledgeable. How you would say, Tony?
The wisdom of the ages.
Wisdom of the ages. Yeah. Only God knows everything. But demonic knows a lot too.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank you all.
Yep.
Seriously, thank you. We'll go get some of our gear ready, and then we can join you.
Thank you so much.
Our last investigation.
Just have to go across America doing all this stuff. It's like the summit. This is the summit of everything, man.
Yeah. Guys are here till 4 o'clock in the morning, so like I said, we're running a little bit over with all the interviews and whatnot.
Okay.
So, you know, we'll give you that time.
Maybe we can join Eric until we need to get, you know, we let you guys move in for that, and then after we can.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. That works. Tony's gonna do read the binding prayer before I move Annabelle from that case to the other case. Hold your hands out. Make the sign of the cross. Father, Son, Spirit. Cross.
Evan would like some
Good
too.
enough. Oh, there you go. I forgot about you guys. There you go. Sign it across.
Yeah, I'll take them.
And then we'll do it again when you guys.
Tech guy.
We'll do it again before you guys just, leave for the night.
Okay.
Just to make sure you don't bring any attachments with you.
Definitely.
Wish you the best. I know your environment. You guys know it.
Yeah.
All right.
The Warren Occult Museum is one of the most unique and terrifying places on Earth, and the most haunted area in the world due to the immense amount of items all held within this one space. The collection's so sinister, it is kept under lock and key, not only to keep people out, but to keep what is held within it from escaping. All items here are considered unholy, cursed, and evil. To touch an item is to condemn oneself, to invite demons and evil spirits to attack. 9 p.m. has always been the cutoff time for being inside the museum, and this lockdown continues until 6 a.m. This isn't about closing the museum for the night, but this is when all of the cursed items come to life, and to their full power. A museum in which the tables are turned. Visitors do not only look and study each item on display, but the items watch, study, and listen to you. Entering the museum truly alone is impossible. One wrong move, one disrespectful action could mean an attack on your well-being, or even worse, your soul.
It's really cool for you guys.
This is amazing.
Truly.
Definitely probably the coolest investigation.
So you like Ed's office?
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the coolest things.
And the paintings.
Amazing. There's a lot of stuff on top too. Can you say that Lorraine actually made that case? Well, he sheeted it, but she had this built to keep the Annabelle doll. Ed used to call it the devil doll.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You right, buddy?
Saying a little prayer.
Good. Yeah, that's the original. That's the original case. Like, I don't really like to call it a museum. This is just where they stored like their life's work, like everything they took and everything that accumulated throughout the years.
I do have something to say when we get into a group setting. Something fucking crappy.
Why?
It was during the tour. I didn't want to ruin it.
What do you mean ruin it? That's what we do. That's what we. What? We don't keep secrets, Evan. We share. We share with each other. This is how people get hurt, Evan. When you don't speak up, and you're like, hey, Evan. You're no longer Heaven. You're back to Evan. It's a callback to a video that's coming out in 10 weeks.
Famous cases, all those cases you guys have heard about, all the movies, like the Snedeker case, haunting in Connecticut.
Yeah.
That's all Ed and Lorraine.
So Evan has something to share with us that he apparently decided to withhold from us for hours
So
now.
what'd you touch?
No, I didn't touch anything when we were
Immediately put the judge.
No. When we were in the corner talking about the white lady, I was standing in the corner by myself, and I felt like something did that, and so. No, squeezed my arm. Squeezed my arm. So the first thing I do is I look behind me. I'm like, okay, cool, nothing's there. I'm like,
Near
By the mirror?
by the mirror area. So at first I'm like, oh, I bumped into something. So I look, nothing was there. And then it's like, wait, there's absolutely nothing I can actually bump into.
Okay.
But you'll see on camera, I literally startled and jumped.
Thank you for sharing.
So
Thank you for sharing hours later.
I'm sorry.
You know where you are, right?
Yeah.
Are you surprised?
I want to ruin the tour and just jump in. So yeah.
This is all good. It's all good.
Why'd you never tell us that, Evan?
I didn't want to ruin the tour, and I was kind of nervous.
Evan, that is not ruining it. That is
Enhancing. Ouija boards. I know. So many. Everywhere. You're not supposed to look in it for too long.
The most haunted and infamous